Tonight's presentation by DSBN of Georgia High School Association football is brought to you by Zoner's Pizza, Wings and Waffles, VitaFuse Sport, Lester Miller, attorney at law, The Cottages on Wesleyan, Langford Allergy Clinic, Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutters, Macon Boots, your store for boots in Macon, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Apparel Authority, the official clothier of DSBN Sports, BT Media Productions, btmediapro.com, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, the car lot for you, and the Macon Touchdown Club. And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to another Football Friday night. It is the Zoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. We are back in the friendly confines of the Ed DeFore Sports Complex. I am Russell Deese. Down on the sideline tonight is John Kosater. And we have our captains coming out onto the field tonight. And we'll get John here in just a second. He's going to walk over and get the coin toss for us. And for the Gryphons, your captains tonight are number 24, DJ Scott, number 14, Garrett Solomon, number 3, Fisher Timms, and number 18, and that is Blake Smith. And let's go down the sidelines and get the mic down there. We'll listen to John's call of the opening of the coin toss.
You'll call it before I flip it. If I drop it, I'll flip it again, okay? What would you like, sir?
Tails.
What did he call?
Tails.
All right. Fullington called tails. It is a tail. You've won the toss. What would you like to do?
Defer.
Okay. White has won the toss, and we'll defer. So you're going to get the football.
Yes, sir.
All right. You're going to kick off. Which way do you want to kick, sir?
We'll kick that way.
You want to kick to the scoreboard. Okay. Turn and face this way. Ace, if y'all put your backs to the scoreboard.
All right. Let's bring in on the sideline John Kosater for a VitaFuse sideline report. And John, good evening, and how are you tonight, sir, on this hot, muggy night in West Bibb County?
Well, it is hot and it is muggy, and it's going to be good football. Fullington wins the toss, defers to the second half. So Ace will get the ball and try to move it right away.
Okay, Fullington, former GISA school, now plays in the Georgia Independent Christian Athletic Association. Ace is going to be eventually their first year of playing varsity football, John, and they are going to be playing in the Macon region next year. We'll see how all that washes out. The school, relatively small school still now. They'll dress about 40 football players tonight, but the fans are excited, the parents are excited, and we're glad to be a part of it and to welcome this school into Middle Georgia football at the varsity level. Well, before we get ready for kickoff tonight, Ace will receive. Fullington comes on to the field, and here comes the Ace Gryphons as well. And if you don't know what a Gryphon is, you're just going to have to go look it up. And the team comes walking out arm in arm. And we'll wait for John Kosater with Coach Stevens right there in front of him. And we'll try to get Coach Stevens as he walks his team to the sideline here. Give us just a second. Let's go down to the sideline to John and another VitaFuse sideline report. John, take it away.
Coach, another football game, another varsity game. How excited are your kids to be playing at the varsity level this year?
They're extremely excited. I don't know if they're as excited as me right now, especially being here at Ed DeFore. This is a homecoming for me. I hadn't been here in over 10 years. This is won a lot of games, so I'm hoping that the energy that I have will feed right into them tonight.
So you're building the program from scratch. Obviously, it's a tough thing to do. I think next year you're starting a regular schedule, and you know how tough that'll be. What are the advantages of playing a non-region schedule this year?
The biggest advantage is that we kind of get to handpick and choose exactly who we can kind of compete against, and hopefully with the way we got a schedule, we can get a couple wins on our belt, build the confidence that we need.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, John Kosater, down with Coach Stevens, and we'll try to get Coach Bradley maybe at halftime. Don't forget to stick with us. John will be on the sideline for our VitaFuse sideline reports all night. We will have our post-game wrap-up show. We call it The Final Verdict, and it's presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law. And then, of course, the big event of the night. John will do the honors, and he will present the Crosby Roofing and Custom Seamless Gutters Player of the Game. So we'll get underway from Ed to 4 tonight. A lot of big games to look around the Middle Georgia area. Colquitt comes and knocking on the door at International City Stadium. Mary Persons on the road at Peach, and we're underway from Ed to 4. Up back is going to take it along to 30. He's going to try to get outside. He's going to get about to the 31 to 32 before he's brought down, and number 8 in there on the carry was Casey Chansey, and on the return that time was Fisher Tim. So right away we'll get the starting lineup here tonight. First for the Ace Academy Gryphons, quarterback will be number 18, Blake Smith. Your center will be number 60, Cole Bryant. Right tackle will be number 77, Joshua Walrath. Right guard will be number 74, Neo Sardoma. Left tackle will be number 64, Caden Dubose. Left guard, number 79, Salam Hazama. Your tight end will be number 8, Justin Verdier. And your running back slot receiver will be number 14, Garrett Solomon. They'll send the man in motion from left to right, and that's Tate Turner. And the quarterback's going to hand it off, and he was going that time to number 33, make that number 24, DJ Scott, and he's going to get thrown for about a 4-yard loss. The wide receiver will be number 3, Fisher Kim. Your tailback will be number 24, DJ Scott. Your running back will be number 33, and that is Tate Turner. Tate also plays on defense and special teams. In fact, earlier this year, he was the special teams player of the week for the Macon Touchdown Club. So, the Gryphons will split Fisher Timms out to this side. DJ Scott will be in a slot. They'll send a man in motion. That's Tate Turner. Single set back, and the quarterback will look. Blake's going to throw it over the middle. Got a man wide open down there and threw it up just a little high, and he got hit trying to go to Tate Turner on the play. And number 6 was back there for Fullington that time. And that was Brooks Hendricks.
Yeah, I think they got Fullington for roughing the quarterback there. Number 99, Hunter Hughes, was in there and got him a little bit late.
Way to go there, Eagle Eye. Didn't see that flag down there on this hot, humid night. I'm looking out, and it's like watery over the desert. It's so hot today.
Yeah, that's why I'm down here.
Yeah, well, I'll just let you know how the air conditioning is up here in the press box later. Fisher Timms goes far to that wide side. Garrett Solomon is in the slot. They'll send a man out this side, this time DJ Scott. And we're going to get number 33, and that's Tate Turner not paying attention, and he's going to get a false start as he moved before. And you know what? Wait a minute now. If he's from the slot and goes in motion and stops, maybe so.
Yeah, he stopped a couple times.
Yeah,
actually.
That'll do her. Glad to have you with us. As I said, we'll get to some of those other big games as we look around the Middle Georgia area tonight. Quarterback's going to take it and run a draw, and he's not going to get very far. He's going to get from the 38, and he'll get maybe to the 41. So he'll pick up about 3 back. I'm sorry, John.
I'm sorry, too. That was Avery Scarborough making the tackle. Fullington's fairly stout up front. The biggest thing for them is these stout kids are going to be playing both ways, because I think I counted about 18 dressed players for Fullington.
Yep, it's going to be a long night in this humidity for both of these squads. They're not very big. I think Ace has got about 39 or 40 dressed tonight. Garrett Solomon comes split to this side. Send a man in motion, take it, and they're going to blow a handoff play, and we're going to get probably motion again, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So a procedure call, and that's going to back the Gryphons back to 5.
I will tell you that the humidity down here is for real, and
it's a good thing you've got that fine DSBN dry fit shirt on.
Well, the top shirt may be dry fit, but the undershirt is not dry fit. Let me tell you that.
It's like you're wearing an anchor by the second period. So on a second down now and about 17. Drop straight back, going to look, going to throw to the sideline too far out there. He's trying to go to number 13 that time for the Gryphons and make that, yeah, that was number 13. And unfortunately, I don't have a 13 on the roster. So we'll try to figure out who he is. Fisher Timms will check in. Third down, and ball is going to be on the 36-yard line. Got to get to the 47-yard line of the Trojans. Quarterback drops straight back, and he's going to get away from pressure once, get away from twice, get back to the original line of scrimmage, and maybe close to it. So a good little 7-yard scramble. And we have a young man from Fullington down in the backfield.
That's really just what Fullington does not need now.
No, not at all. We'll take our first time out. 9:36 to go here in the first period of play. Nothing. We're still in the first period. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
And welcome back to Ed DePore. 9:36 to go as Ace will face a 4th down and 10. Number 9 is empty punt, and that's Mason Maddox, the kicker. Back deep will be number 18, Caleb Keyhays, for the Trojans. And it looked like Avery Scarborough was the one that got hurt. Punter's going to step into it, and he's going to get a kick away. It's going to turn over a little bit for him, and we're going to get a flag for running in interference that time, and that was number 33 for the Gryphons that ran into him, Tate Turner. As we said, number 18, Caleb Keyhays, was there on the reception, so they're going to get him for interfering with the reception of the kick. So 9:15 to go here, and we'll get this penalty marked off, looks like from the 29. Should take them to the 44, and that's what they're going to call interference on the defense that time. John, big games around the Middle Georgia area tonight. Another crosstown rivalry game across the road is Central and Northeast. Northeast coming off that big win where they went to Manchester, who had won like 24 out of the last 25 or 26. I talked to Coach Wiggins yesterday, and that was a big confidence builder for his young team this year.
No doubt about it. Nolan Ussery, a senior quarterback, kind of coming into his own in that game, had 150 yards rushing against Manchester. And, you know, they've kind of been waiting for him. He's becoming that dual threat player that they thought he would be. And, Russell, I'll take Northeast in that game.
Okay, and when we get through with this play here, we'll talk about one more, a couple of big ones. Colquitt County, the Packers coming to International City Stadium to take on the Demons. I'm afraid old Rush Pro's going to put it on them, baby. We'll see. We'll get your opinion here lately. So, Fullington comes out. They'll stay in the split backfield, and they go to Keyhays. And he's going to try to get outside, and we're going to get a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage, 4-yard loss, but we're going to get a hole back there, I believe, by Jack McLeod, or Cleod. Look at the pronunciation on that for me. Number 2. McLeod? McLeod,
definitely. Don't you remember the show on TV?
Oh, yeah. He didn't spell it L-E-O-D, though.
Yeah, it's McLeod.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, you're the newspaper guy, so I am going to trust you with these pronunciations and dangling particles the rest of the night.
What does newspaper man have to do with?
Well, you're an English guy, you know.
Daniel Shirley would say, "I am not an English guy." Trust me.
But you like your comma.
I do. There's no denying that.
So they'll back them up 10 on the hold from the spot of the foul, and that's going to go from the 39, make it the 35, back to the 25. And they got to get to the 49, 48-yard line of the Gryphons. Toss sweep this time to McLeod, and the big man's trying to run one way and broke a tackle and then broke another, and they're going to run him down behind the line of scrimmage and get him all the way back at the 23, or 22. So he'll lose 3 more, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down, and we'll see you next week. You'll need a delivery service to get this one.
So where do I know this name, Tony Byram? He's the offensive coordinator for Ace. That name is very, very familiar. You going to figure that one out for me?
Tony Byram. We will figure it out. They'll bring a man out split to this side, and that's Brooks Hendricks. In the backfield, they'll stay in that wing T. No, they'll split it up this time and go to dual set in the backfield. McLeod will be in motion. Taken, they'll go to McLeod. Steps in, broke 1, broke 2, and they'll hit him after he gains back up to about the 29-yard line. So about a 7-yard pickup is what they'll give him. But it's not going to be close enough on a 3rd down play coming.
Caden Dubose with that tackle.
Gryphons got the sharp-looking helmets there with the Gryphon on the side of it. The dark navy blue with the emerald green or hunter green face mask. I got to get me one of those Ace Under Armour shirts. They look pretty good. I wonder if I can twist Lloyd Perkins' arm to see if he could get Mrs. Perkins to obtain that for me. Caleb Key Hayes will split out this side this time. Brooks Hendricks to the other. They'll go a split backfield, offset eye. Jake Horn's going to throw it out here, and it's going to be incomplete. And he was going to his tight end, number 17, and that was Nelson Clements. And it falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 4th down play with 7:05 to go here in the first period of play. Glad to have you with us tonight on another Zoners Pizza Football Friday night. We are live here on ESPN. Russell Deese, Jordan West on stats over here for us tonight. John Cosater down on the field, providing our VitaFuse sideline reports. He is taking his notes for the Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutters Player of the Game. Hey, and don't leave tonight. We got to get a still snapshot for Twitter on that, you know.
I'm looking forward to it.
I know you will. You do such a good job with that award, by the way.
And we do have an injury down here. One of the trainers, one of the student trainers has injured her ankle, and she's getting taped. Her
we're losing the trainers now?
Yes.
It's a hot, humid night in Macon, baby.
They are taping her up. I'm thinking that she will probably be back in this game.
Well, let's hope so. Where's Jody Burnett when you need him?
Jody Burnett is probably in Chattanooga, Tennessee with the Tatnall Square softball team.
Playing a tournament, I'm assuming, this weekend.
Yes, sir.
So the Gryphons will break it, and they'll come out to this at the 49-yard line. Good field position to start this drive for their second possession of the first period. Timms to this near side. Quarterback's going to take, going to hand it off inside. He's going to go to number 24. I believe that time was DJ Scott on the carry. We'll see, it was DJ. And DJ picks up good yardage. He'll get 5, roll into the 44, and that's a 5-yard pickup on first down. Billy Cheeks will check out this time. Garrett Solomon that checked in. Timms will go to that far side. Scott and Tate Turner. Take, go to Scott. This time they're going to wrap him up, and big number 99 is going to throw him to the ground. And that is Hunter Hughes, the senior. And he is not a small fella.
Hunter Hughes was one of the captains, and I think he is like a redshirt senior. He looked to be 23, 24 years old.
Big guy. Huh?
You know, in the GICAA, I think you're allowed to have a couple 24-year-olds on each team.
Really? I wasn't aware of that rule.
Well, I just made it up.
So they come up, and Fullington will be in a three-man front. Under center, Blake Smith sends a man in motion, and he's going to take and leave it with the tailback, DJ Scott. He's going to get a little of his yardage back. He'll get about 2 of it back and get back to the 48-yard line from the 46, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 13 yards to go. And so the Gryphons will have to kick it away, and the Trojans will have back deep number 18, Caleb Keyhays, on the receiving end of this. Mason Maddox will be your punter. And he'll stand along his own 37-yard line. That's where he'll receive this ball. Good snap. Got a little pressure. And he got a spiral and got it to turn over, and it'll land on the 15. Take a Gryphon roll out of bounds along the 12, make it a 13-yard line, 12-yard line. So Fullington will be in a hole again with 4:39 to go in the first.
Nice punt, Mason Maddox. Right now, he's the favorite for the Player of the Game award. He's had 2 good punts, and he kills that one on about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good kick.
Have we given the Player of the Game to a kicker or a punter yet?
DSBN Sports has not as of
Okay.
yet, but we've had such prolific offensive performances. Well, we did have one defense for Howard in their game, C.J. Grimsley. No, Lorenzo Hargrove. Thank you, Jordan West, on top of us there. Jake Horn takes and going to run a little naked bootleg out to that right side, and he's going to get on the corner. And the Gryphon defense has stepped up here tonight, and they sack him for about a 3-yard loss back inside the 10. They'll give him the 10, so a 2-yard loss. And the Gryphons are not letting anything happen on the outside of the ball.
I'm ready to see Hunter Hughes carry the football. He's lined up at fullback. You've got to feed the big dog sooner or later. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know if Fullington runs the fullback or not, but I believe he could carry 2 or 3 kids with him.
On a hot, humid night, you got to give him a chance because he could sure lean on that defensive front a little bit, even if he was only chopping wood for 2 to 4 yards. Under center. Taking, going to give it to the second man through, and Gryphon sitting behind the line, and Caleb Keyhays is not going anywhere, and the Gryphons defense is really getting penetration up front, John.
That was number 3, Fisher Timms, a sophomore. You're going to see a whole lot of sophomores and 9th graders out here for Ace, and that young man did a nice job from his strong safety position to get in there and make a tackle.
So 3rd down and about 15 yards to go as the ball rests along the 7-yard line for the Trojans. Clock rolls under 3 minutes to go. They'll send Caleb Keyhays out wide to this near side this time, along with Nelson Clements, the tight end, who they'll split out. And we've got a flag on the play, and we've got too many men on the field for Ace. Is that correct, or delay a game? I think it's
our old friend, delay a game.
Delay a game. We had a lot of practice earlier this year, a game that we did. It comes to mind about 35 penalties in one of those first games we did earlier in the year. And it sure slowed it down. I think I got home about 1 o'clock in the morning. Caleb Keys comes to this near side. They'll put Nelson Clements in a slot. Brooks Hendricks will go to the far side. Horn will be in the end zone. Going to take and going to throw it out here, and he's got Caleb Keyhays, and he's going to try to run forward, and the Gryphons are not going to let him get anywhere, and he may have gotten back to the line of about the 7-yard line, and I believe that is correct, where they started that play before the delay of game. So they'll punt it away from their end zone, and it'll be an opportunity for DJ Scott, as he is going to stand right along the Trojans' 34-yard line, and it's going to be imperative that Fullington get a good kick out of this, or it's going to give the Gryphons an awfully short field. Snap is good. Kick is almost blocked, and it goes off the side of his foot down to about the 15-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Gryphons right there. And John Kosader, that is the gift horse looking you in the mouth.
Well, it kind of took Jack McLeod out of the player of the game, running right there. He had pressure on him, a little 10-yard punt or so.
Almost got him a block.
Yeah, he's going to have to do something special now to get back into that run. So do we give a player of the game to a team that's not from here? I guess we do.
It's the player of the game, no matter where you're from. Timeout on the field. 2:03 in the first. We'll take one with them. You're listening to DSBN Sports presentation of the Zoners Pizza Game of the Week. We'll be back.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Welcome back to Ed for the Gryphons, an excellent field position with 2 minutes to go here in the first period of play. After a bad punt from Fullington in their own end zone, they got pressure, as John Kosader alluded to, under center. Take, and man, the running back is going to get crushed back there that time. Number 2 was in on him hard for the Trojans, and that was Jake McLeod.
That was the punter. He's back in it.
Made a play.
Nice play right there.
Somebody didn't get their block assignment. Missed a key. 1:40 to go here in the first period. Ball back to the 18-yard line. Gryphons will come up quickly to the ball. Blake Smith this time will go under center. Single setback will be DJ Scott on a 2nd and 13. Send a man in motion. Going to put the ball on the ground, and he's going to fall on it right along the line of scrimmage, and we've got a late flag that came in. John, what was that all about?
Well, I'm hoping it's not what I think. They may have called Chase Smith coming in after the runner was down. He kind of dove on the quarterback, and he may get him for a flag right there.
Spearing or a personal foul?
Maybe so, maybe so.
Well, the flag's on the 15, and yes, it's going to go against Fullington. And that's going to move the ball inside. Personal foul, and it is a blow to the head, or hands to the head is what he signaled there, and that puts it inside the 9-yard line.
I'm just on that stuff tonight, let me tell you. I had Zoner's Pizza for dinner. Maybe that was it.
I had some too, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really go to Zoner's?
I did.
You're the man.
It's my new favorite pizza place.
It would be even better if you were there on Thursday nights. Under center, Blake Smith. Going to take and toss, sweep, and he's going to go to DJ Scott. Going to cut it back inside, get to the 6-yard line, and almost to the 5. He's going to be awfully close to first down. We're going to get another flag from the back judge, I think, that time. They threw the flag. And let's see what the conversation's going to be about.
That was really, really late. And I'm thinking they're going to get Fullington for something again, but I could be wrong on this one.
Personal foul?
Yes, sir. That was two players kind of going at each other after the play.
It's always the one that responds that gets the call. 51.7 seconds. So instead of being first and goal at the 5, which the mark looks like, well, I think they would have been a little short. But I'm like you, the Fullington player came in there a little late on that tackle.
And, you know, obviously this is football. And, you know, the referees kind of have to figure out what they're going to call with these two teams right off the bat. Now, would they call that in a Northeast and Central game? I don't know. This is a different brand of football right now, so it's tough for the officials to figure that out too.
I agree. And so Coach Stevens is not real happy with that call, so that moves it from the 6 back to the 21, and that's going to bring up a 4th down play. They were maybe a half a yard short, and let's see what they're going to do here.
Kicker's got a tee. Here comes my guy, Mason Maddox.
Mason Maddox is going to attempt one. It's going to reach a little here. Going to be about a 33-yarder. And a left-footed kicker. Snaps a little high. Holder gets it down, puts his foot in it, and it is good from 33 yards, and the Gryphons are on the board. Timeout on the field, 35 seconds to go in the first period of play. Mason Maddox puts the Gryphons on the board. They lead it 3-0. We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Wesleyan, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Wesleyan.
Welcome back to Ed DePore Sports Complex. Russell East, John Cosater on the sidelines with our VitaFuse sideline report. We'll have we hope to have Coach Bradley from Fullington maybe at the half. Definitely get Coach Stevens coming back out. And so right now, Mason Maddox with a 33-yard field goal. That was up and good, and we've got 35 seconds to go. And Fullington awaits this kick from young Mr. Maddox. Toe meets leather on a onside kick, and Fullington will fall on it along their own 38-yard line. Like the concept, just didn't work out too well.
Yeah, it rolled too much. Just kept rolling all the way to a lineman there.
Test 1 2. Yeah, there we go. I lost my headset there for a second. So trailing 3-0 with good field position now at the 37-yard line. Going to take and going to hand it off to Caleb Keyhays, and Keyhays is going to step in there, and he's going to get about 3 to the 40 from the 36. We'll almost give him 4. And we have a man down on the field here, and let's see, we got a man grabbing an ankle, and I'm not sure if that's the quarterback. Let's check and see. Or that may be Keyhays that's down.
I think it's 22, Chase Smith, who is the center, but not positive.
Well, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll let you find out for us. Timeout on the field. Gryphons lead at 3-0. 19 seconds to go in the first. We'll be back.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here. like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
Welcome back to Ed DePore Sports Complex. Glad to have you with us tonight. Brandon Thompson at the controls. We got the game from Middle Georgia State University here. Jordan West over here on stats. John Kosader. The wit and wisdom of maturity on the sideline. With age comes wisdom.
If I had any wisdom and any maturity, I would have stayed in the press box because it's 137 degrees down here. I'm sweating. The quarterback for Ace, the first drive, he came off the field, and the first thing he said is, "It's hot."
No. That man's got a bright future in college, I can tell you. So the center number 22 went out, and that was Chase Smith. And let's see what we got. Hold up now. We're going to go to the end of the period. That's the end of the first. Gryphons lead it 3-0. We'll go to the second when we come back. It's the Zoners Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. We'll try to get you some updates on some other big games around the area after these messages.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
And welcome back to Ed DePore Sports Complex. Russell Deese, glad to have you with us on another Zoners Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. Jordan West and John Kosader looking through their Twitter accounts to see what we can find. I have to give my man Michael Lau a shout out. He's usually better than this. Come on, Lau. It's 8:06. I got nothing from you yet.
Brookstone 7, FPD 0, into the first quarter.
It's been a tough start for the year for the Vikings. Jake Horn under center, and he is going to give it to number 8 that time. Make that 18, Caleb Keyhays. And that's going to be a loss of 5 on the play back to the 35. And that's going to bring a third down and 11 up for the Trojans here. And the Gryphons defense doing a very good job here tonight.
No doubt about it. They look a little bit ahead of the offense. I have another score for you as I
let's
pound
go.
Twitter. Veterans 7, Houston County 0, midway through the first quarter.
Veterans stepping up this year. Perry is as well. Got an eye on that big one down in the valley tonight between the Dogs and the Trojans of Peach County and Mary Persons.
Let's remember, that's an 8 p.m. start.
Oh, that's right. It start a little later down there in the valley. Going to take and go to Jack McLeod, and McLeod's going to step in. He may get a move and get a first down, but not quite. He'll go from the 36 and get to the 45. That's a nice 9-yard pickup, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Let's see where they mark it. And it's going to be just a little bit a long one here. Let's see if the Trojans opt to go for it here.
All right, we have Fellowship Christian leading Stratford 7-0 midway through the first quarter.
Looking for something from Northeastern, the Big Orange over at Henderson, too. So here they come up to the line on a 4th down and less than a yard. Horn under center. Going to send a man in motion from right to left, and he'll stop at the H-back. Take, going to give it to the big man, the fullback, and the running back won't get anywhere, and they'll stop him, and that was Jack McLeod and the Gryphons. The Gryphons stop him for a yard loss, and they'll take over in excellent field position right along the 44-yard line. Another big stop, John Kosater, by this Gryphons defense.
Yeah, they're playing, no doubt about it. Like I said, a little bit ahead of the offense. I saw Noah Bridges in there. He's a junior, getting in on that tackle, and a huge stop, great field position.
So 10:08 to go here in this second period of play, and Blake Smith will lead them out to the field again. Center Cole Bryant over the ball. Single setback this time will be DJ Scott. They'll come up in a wing formation this time as well. Send a man in motion, number 33. Now he'll counter back. Now he'll move again, and they'll take and hand it off to him on an end around. And Tate Turner's got room to run, and let's see where he gets run out of bounds. They're going to mark him all the way down inside the 32-yard line, and that is a 12, 13-yard pickup. And now the Gryphons offense seeing if they can grasp a little momentum here.
And I'm trying to grasp a cup down here.
Oh, you got Gatorade. We need to get you a Vitafusion at halftime.
I do. Can I get one of those,
get
please?
You an IV therapy, baby. You're going to need it.
Because it is HOT.
I'm going to meet you down there. You don't have to come all the way up these stairs. I know you're going to be tired. Take and going to hand it off this time. They'll counter back the other way. Tailback's going to come this way, and that's going to be DJ Scott. Step in. 1 are missing, 2 are missing, 3 are missing. He'll roll on into the 16-yard line, maybe the 15. He'll pick up 17 big yards and a first down.
Sorry there. Let's give Caden Dubose a lot of credit. He's a blocker that kind of sprung him out to the outside there. Nice block, and Ace is moving the football.
Left tackle number 64, Caden Dubose. And now in the red zone, the Gryphons knock on the door. Cole Bryant comes over center. They'll break the huddle. Justin Bertier will be in there this time. Go and toss sweep to TJ Scott. DJ will step in. He'll get from the 15, roll on into the 10, roll on into the 6, and they'll push the pile all the way to the 7, maybe the 6-yard line. We'll call it the 7, pickup of about 8 yards on the play. Got to get to the 5 to pick up a new set of downs.
And, you know, you can almost feel the heat already getting to Fullington. The players have their hands on their hips, and they're arm tackling right now. Earlier in the game, they were hitting people. Now it's kind of arm tackling.
Billy Cheeks will check in, and they've got some depth now working their way along with Kalen Palmer. Now they'll swap Palmer and Cheek. DJ Scott, send a man in motion. Go to Scott again. Why not? Work the one that got you there. Fullington, not this time, will not be fooled on a second down play. And will they give him back the line of scrimmage? I believe they will, to the 7. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. So an excellent opportunity for the Gryphons here to get on top of things with a score, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, as the clock runs at 7:38 to go in the second. 3-0 is your score. Gryphons on top on a 33-yard field goal by Mason Maddox. Jordan and John are going to give us an update on Warner Robins Colquitt as soon as they get it. Smith under center. Takes, and this time he'll roll, and no, he'll give it to the second man through, and that is on the touchdown, and that is number 7, and that's Kalen Palmer. So from 7 yards out, Kalen Palmer at the 7:05 mark gives the Gryphons a 9-0 lead. And just ran a little counter trade, John, and that's all it was.
Yeah, lots of arms grabbing. They're really hitting right now. And, I mean, I know it's early in this game, but you're playing. Look at the sideline. I see 4, 5, 6 substitutes over there. So right now 17 players. Chase Smith is out of the game. He's over on the bench with an ice on his knee, so he's probably out for the game.
Mason Mixon with the extra point is up and good. 7:05 to go here in the first half of play. Gryphons on top. We'll be back after this message.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Do you want to win? Do you want to crush the competition? Do you really want it? To be the best, you need the best in nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport. VitaFuse Sport provides IV hydration, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids for serious athletes. Our infusions are nearly 100% absorbed compared to only 20% of oral supplements. So whether you are trying to win a championship, set a new personal best, or just want to perform better and recover faster, VitaFuse Sport was developed for you.
Welcome back to Ed DePore. Kickoff is another short one. Up back will take it along the 41, fall forward to about the 44, and that's where the Trojans will set up shop with 6:58 to go here. John, Fullington needs to get something together here on offense this drive.
Well, the defense is struggling a little bit right now. Let's see if the offense, who is basically right now the same 11 guys, let's see if they can get something going on offense. And you know, Fullington is fairly big up front. They're probably bigger than Ace, but been unable to move the football so far.
Yeah, the Ace defense done a really fine job here tonight. Brooks Hendricks will go out to that far side. Caleb Keyhays to this near side. Single setback will be Hunter Hughes. Or is that McLeod? Maybe McLeod. See if he turns his jersey. Quarterback's going to try to keep it. And that was McLeod in the backfield. The quarterback's not going to get very far. And coming up with the ball after the whistle, however, was number 19, Ryan Frischkorn.
I was hoping I'd get to say that name.
You can get it done.
Frischkorn with the tackle.
His father's right down the booth from us up here. I think he helps maybe a little bit with the filming. 6:26 on a hot, humid night at Ed DeFore. Brooks Hendricks goes split to that far side. Keyhays now. They're bringing the fullback Hunter Hughes this time. McLeod will dot the I. They'll give it to McLeod, and that ball is on the ground. And the Gryphons are going to pick it up, and they're going to have a man go the other way. 10-5, and it's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown. I don't know who got the hit, but he loaded him up in the backfield, and he dropped the ball. And number 11 is going to scoop it, Bryant Greer, and he's going to take the ball back from about the 34-yard line after the fumble, and the Gryphons are on the board again, 16-0, and the extra point will come from Mason Maddox. That was a hit in the backfield, John.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the car. Sorry, did I miss? No, that was a beautiful hit and a beautiful scoop. I thought about going to get my sweet tea from the car, but no, it was a great hit.
Extra point, snap, touch, kick is up, kick is good. Timeout on the field. Gryphons lead at 17-0. 5:59 to go in the second. We'll be back.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Ed DePore Sports Complex. 33-yard fumble recovery, that time by number 11 for the Gryphons, and that was Bryant Greer. And the freshman linebacker took it the distance. I don't know who got the big hit in the middle, but he picked it up and scooped it and went the other way.
Well, I think Fullington better figure out that they're not going to be able to run the ball up the middle because Ace has just handled that so far.
And now Ace will kick this one deep, and they'll take it along the 9-yard line. Bring it back this way. Got plenty of room up the middle of the field. And that is number 2 on the return for Fullington, and he almost broke a tackle, and he broke another one. And he is still off to the races. And that was number 2, Jack McLeod. And he takes it from the 9-yard line and takes it all the way. Let's see where they finally mark him out, at the 36. And that's a 54-yard return. And we have an update in the first quarter. You ready for this one? Colquitt 21, Warner Robins nothing.
It's just not a surprise to me. As good as Warner Robins is, Colquitt County.
Rush Pros, baby.
Yes, sir. That's a different brand of football. Now, Warner Robins is going to score their points in that game, I truly believe, but it's just a tall order, even at home, to beat that team.
Yeah, them or Lee County are probably top 4 in the state, 5 regardless of the classification. Run a little waggle underneath. They drug the tight end, number 17 that time. And I believe that was the tight end, number 17. Let's check it and see.
It is.
Nelson Clements. That was a nice little call by the coaching staff there. That was a pretty pass.
Well, Fullington doesn't want to come out here and get embarrassed right now. And, they know they're playing a first-year football team, and they've kind of got it taken to them so far. But, Fullington has won some football games.
And the referee is telling them to roll the clock. And the boys at the clock up there were a little hesitant. Kind of irritated there. Hit referee. Ball on the 25. They'll go wide outs to both sides this time. They'll bring a fullback and they'll go with an eye. And Caleb Keyhays will dot it. And we've got delay a game against Fullington, and that'll back them up 5. Boy, you got to hate that as a coach. I mean, you got some momentum now. Had the ball all the way down to the 25. Now it pushes you back to the 30. And you're in game 4 here, 5 for some of these teams. You're hoping you work some of that out. Brooks Hendricks to this near side. Under center, and the quarterback's going to drop the ball, and he's going to be back from the 30 all the way to the 34-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 19 now for Fullington. Nose into the ball just over the 34-yard line. Got to get to the 15 to get a new set of downs. 4:20 in, the clock runs.
2nd down, Russell.
2nd down, excuse me.
It's Auburn counting.
Yeah, well, We're going to count tomorrow, too. Jake Horn by 38-17. You heard it here first. In a shotgun, he'll roll out to that far side, and he needs to get away from the containment. And he got his tight end again. He's going to get inside the 20, and they're going to step outside on the 23-yard line. So a nice play. And Nelson Clements has made 2 really good catches in a row now for the Trojans.
Yeah, it seems like if they need to try to get him the ball as much as they can. He looks like he is the offensive threat. Doesn't look like they can run the ball a whole lot. that looks like a winning play right there.
Well, you got to think right now too that they're rolling the quarterback out because they've just been killing them with pressure up the middle, and they need to give him some relief and a pressure relief valve by rolling him out to get him away from trouble. Hendricks to the far side. They'll stay in a shot. They'll go underneath now this time. They'll have Hunter Hughes and Keyhays back there. Quarterback's going to roll out again, going to throw it, and he's going to hit Clemens, the tight end, and he's going to be at the 23-24, and the entire Gryphon football team is going to tackle him, and we're going to get a late flag, and I'm not for sure who that's going to come against. Is that going to get maybe right in front of you there, John? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm 100% sure of this call. That's going to go on Nelson Clements, the tight end. He had about 8 bodies trying to tackle him, and he wasn't going down, and at the end he kind of threw an arm out, and I would bet money that's going against him.
Dead ball foul. There was another flag that came in late, though. Going to be offsetting penalties, just as I suspected. 4th down. And the ball is going to be marked back at the 21, so the Trojans get the benefit of the doubt on that, but they still face a 4th down and 6 with 3:32 to go here in this first half of play. So on a 4th down play, they're going to take and they go splits to either side, and the quarterback here is going to be in a shotgun. Going to take and drop straight back. Going to send everybody and flood the zone. Overthrown that time. And we're going to get a pass interference right in front of you, John, Coach Tater.
Yes, sir. You know, I don't really believe anyone could have caught that ball. It was thrown pretty high, but they flagged number 25, Toby Smith, a sophomore defensive back who was on the cover.
Well, that's one cover you don't want to get your picture made with, and that's the flag in front of the ref. And that's going to give them new life and a new set of downs with the ball on the 11 at 3:06, and the clock stops. Hendricks to that far side. Keyhays will come to this side. In the backfield, they'll go McLeod and Hunter Hughes. Under center will go Jake Horn. 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Keyhays will go in motion and stop. They'll take and go to the second man through, and that's number 2, Jack McLeod, and he'll go from the 11, and he'll fall into about the 7-yard line. Fisher Timms in on the tackle that time for the Gryphons. 2:45, 2:44. Gryphons would like to get on the scoreboard here at 17-0, trailing late. Keyhays will go to that far side. Hendricks will be to this near side. In a shotgun, McLeod will be the lone setback. Roll that way, going to pitch it late to McLeod. Going to step in at the 9, going to step in at the 5, going to get to the 4, going to get to the 3, and they'll try to push him into the goal line. And let's see, they're going to mark him down right along the 2, I believe, John.
Yeah, it looks like about the 2.5. And, you know, the big thing for Fullington right now is they're actually keeping the ace defense on the field. And now it's the ace defense that is looking a little bit tired. He's not substituting a whole lot. Those kids, the shirts have changed colors due to the sweat, and they see that, and they're going to take a timeout right here.
Yeah, and this humidity, no sense in leaving a timeout on the board, especially when we come back and it's 1st and goal for the Fullington Academy Trojans. 2:13 left in the half, 17-0. Trojans knocking on the door. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint, and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, "Oh my, what a pizza pie!" Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Ed to 4. Russell East, John Cosater. First and goal for the Trojans. Horn under center. Tay can go to the second man through McLeod, and he won't get it. He'll be a yard short. So he'll fall in maybe to the half-yard line this time. Let's see. That's about what they're going to give him. And he's going to be awfully close. Got some updates for you. Marion County 9, Bleckley County 7. That's in the second. Northside 28, Baldwin nothing in the second. Hoko and Veterans are all knotted up in the second, 14 apiece. Jordan West, that's how you get it done there, Coach Sater.
That was a good job.
That was a good job. Poor old Baldwin. Jesse Hicks having a rough time go with it this year. Under center, going to take and go to McLeod. He's going to step in from a yard out, and he'll have a touchdown for the Trojans. So Fullington gets on the board at the 122 mark. And let's see, Jack McLeod. Let's see if they'll go for 2 here. They will go for 2. Nope, they're going to kick it. Brooks Hendricks will do the honors out of the hold of Jake Horn, I'm sorry. Snap is high, touch gets it down, and he drives it through, and it's good. Timeout on the field. Fullington scores on a Jack McLeod 1-yard plunge. 82 seconds to go when we come back, 17-7. We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Wesleyan, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Wesleyan.
And welcome back to Ed 4, 122 to go here in the first half, and it is now 14-7 after the Trojans get a 1-yard plunge from Jack McLeod, the tailback, and they are back in it. And back deep to receive for the Gryphons will be number 33, Tate Turner, and he'll stand along as 28. Kick it to him. It'll take a bounce on the 20, 18, and he'll pick it up along the 10. Come back to the 15, 20, 25, 30, down that sideline to about the 31. They're going to mark him out along the 30. 1:14 to go, and John Cosater is going to have our going into halftime. He'll get ready to talk to the head coach of the Fullington Trojans.
Yes, I will. I'm all the way over here now.
I really admire your stamina at your age.
Well, it's a 734 step trip over here For a normal person, it was about 150, but I take very small steps.
That's right. So the Gryphons will come up with 1:14 to go. Blake Smith will go under center. Take and going to give it to number 33, Tate Turner, and he's going to try to go to the outside, and he's going to get slung down for a big loss back from the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard loss. And the clock runs with 55 seconds to go. Blake Smith will come and see Coach Stevens. Jason will send this play in, and they'll come to the line with about 35 seconds to go before they snap this one. Maybe you're next to the last play or the last play of the half. He'll roll under 34, so let's see what they do. Under center. Take and a toss, sweep it back to DJ Scott, and DJ is going to get a lot of that yardage back and get all the way up to the 38-yard line. And they're going to stop the clock with 22 seconds left. And let's see, did Ace call a timeout? They did. We'll keep it right here.
That was a Fullington timeout.
Oh, well, the referee turned toward Ace and just signaled that way.
Maybe they wanted one too.
Yeah. No sense, like we said, no sense in leaving them on the board here in this hot weather.
No, I'm over here on the Fullington sideline, and these are some gassed young men right now. They're on a knee, drinking as much as they can. And, you know, they're playing real man football. They're basically playing probably 12 kids. And he's got some guys really looking like they can use halftime right now.
Vita-Fuse.com sports. That's where they need to go. Right there, Alan Medley. Maybe we need to pass that phone number along to these two teams, because the Vita-Fuse rehydration therapy is the way to go. You know, John, we're probably going to do that live on the air next Thursday night at Gridiron Gab. We'll be live down at Macon Beer Company and going down there to check out their cornhole tournament coming up. And I might have to get you to take one of the Vita-Fuse infusions with us.
I'll do anything for the team.
I know you will. Under center, Blake Smith. Taken, going to leave it to DJ Scott. DJ's going to get wrapped up this time before he gets right to the line of scrimmage. And one of the first men in there to hit him was number 4, and that was Carson Godfrey for Fullington. And that stops the clock, and I don't see a flag there. Nope. And let's see, why did we stop the clock here? We don't have a timeout. And okay, timeout. We'll keep it here. John, so Colquitt's up 21-0 over Warner Robins. Let's look at those scores again. It's 21-7. The Demons have struck. Houston County and Veterans were tied at 14. Jordan West giving us some updates. And let's see what else we got here. Howard is leading Jackson, is beating Jackson. And with 2:15 left in the second quarter, Central leads Northeast 13-2. And we want to thank Lee 85, who's watching the broadcast tonight, to give us those updates. So the Big Orange in a surprise, big win for Northeast on the road. One of the things we talked to about Coach Wiggins would, after a big win like that, would it be a little trouble focusing this week? What you reckon? Taken, going to give it to DJ Scott, and he's going to cut outside. 45, cuts into the 50, cuts in again. If he gets a block, he may have more room to run, and he'll get inside to the 40, maybe the 41, and that'll stop the clock to move the chains with 3 seconds to go. Now let's see what Ace will do. Might be like, you're down there in the corner. You might want to get down there for that Hail Mary action.
I don't have a camera.
Oh, that's true. One, and they won't get the playoff before the end of the quarter. Well, John Cosater will hopefully have our head coach from Fullington as we'll wait for him as he makes his way to the sidelines over there. And let's go down to John Cosater with a Vita Fuse sideline report. John, go ahead.
Coach, big score right there before the half ended to make it a 17-7 game. You get the ball coming out in the second half. You're still in this ball game.
Oh, yeah, we're in it as long as we can. If we can stop making the mistakes that we're hurting ourselves with penalties, we're fumbling the ball. We had 2 injuries on the line, so I was kind of expecting maybe a couple little issues snapping the ball. But, if we can correct that, we'll be fine.
I know it's tough. I think you have about 18 healthy bodies right now. The humidity is terrible. How tough is it for these kids to fight through that?
It gets rough every now and then. We go through it every day at practice. We go through it all summer. They're used to it. Yeah, it will get to you from time to time. Like now we'll go in the air conditioner of the locker room, get some water, and be ready to come back out the second half.
Great atmosphere for a football game playing at a big field like this.
Oh, yes, it's exciting. We just got to correct our mistakes, and it'll be even better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, John Cosater, for that Vita Fuse sidelines report. And we'll take a timeout, step away. When we come back in a little bit, we'll visit with the executive director of the Macon Touchdown Club, Lloyd Perkins. 17-7, Gryphons lead it over the Trojans at the half. You're listening to the Zoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSBN. We will return.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need Vita Fuse Sport IV Nutrition.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester. 谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing, all these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariat, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We Fit Macon.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Do you want to win? Do you want to crush the competition? Do you really want it? To be the best, you need the best in nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport. VitaFuse Sport provides IV hydration, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids for serious athletes. Our infusions are nearly 100% absorbed compared to only 20% of oral supplements. So whether you are trying to win a championship, set a new personal best, or just want to perform better and recover faster, VitaFuse Sport was developed for you.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here, my kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
You can tell everything you need to know about a man by the boots he wears. They tell his story. They let you know he works hard and plays hard. Macon Boots at 3182 Vineville Avenue carries Georgia Boot, Redback, Rocky, Durango, and more. From safety toe, chemical proof, waterproof, and snake proof to hunting, casual, and western, Macon Boots delivers only the highest quality in boots, belts, wallets, and hats to help tell any man's story. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Follow Macon Boots on Facebook and at maconboots.com. Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
The most interesting man in seafood is Captain Lee of Kudzu Seafood Company. Captain Lee brought the Gulf Coast to Middle Georgia without getting any sand in his Speedo. At Kudzu Seafood Company, Captain Lee's oysters shucked themselves out of respect for him, throwing themselves as tribute into hot oil until golden brown. Served as a Kudzu po' boy, their final resting place being a casket of French bread flown in from Louisiana's famous Gambinos. Captain Lee uses his signature remoulade sauce to actually sign his name on each po' boy, a signature of his approval. Sit back and relax while enjoying a cold craft beer at Kudzu Seafood Company, located at 473rd Street in Macon. Stay coastal, my friends.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester. 谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Do you want to win? Do you want to crush the competition? Do you really want it? To be the best, you need the best in nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport. VitaFuse Sport provides IV hydration, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids for serious athletes. Our infusions are nearly 100% absorbed compared to only 20% of oral supplements. So whether you are trying to win a championship, set a new personal best, or just want to perform better and recover faster, VitaFuse Sport was developed for you.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
You can tell everything you need to know about a man by the boots he wears. They tell his story. They let you know he works hard and plays hard. Macon Boots at 3182 Vineville Avenue carries Georgia Boot, Redback, Rocky, Durango, and more. From safety toe, chemical proof, waterproof, and snake proof to hunting, casual, and western, Macon Boots delivers only the highest quality in boots, belts, wallets, and hats to help tell any man's story. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Follow Macon Boots on Facebook and at maconboots.com. Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
The most interesting man in seafood is Captain Lee of Kudzu Seafood Company. Captain Lee brought the Gulf Coast to Middle Georgia without getting any sand in his Speedo. At Kudzu Seafood Company, Captain Lee's oysters shuck themselves out of respect for him, throwing themselves as tribute into hot oil until golden brown. Served as a kudzu po' boy, their final resting place being a casket of French bread flown in from Louisiana's famous Gambinos. Captain Lee uses his signature remoulade sauce to actually sign his name on each po' boy, a signature of his approval. Sit back and relax while enjoying a cold craft beer at Kudzu Seafood Company, located at 473rd Street in Macon. Stay coastal, my friends.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint, and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
To be the best, You need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Yeah, for a second, if you don't mind, I'll come right back to you. And welcome back to Ed DePore Sports Complex. Russell Deese, John Cosater is down on the field. We'll get to him in just a moment for a VitaFuse sideline report. Quickly recap the scoring in the first half. It was a 33-yard field goal by Mason Maddox in the first period. That put Ace up 3-0. Then in the second, it was a 7-yard touchdown run by Kalen Palmer, and the extra point was good, and the Gryphons led it 10-0. Then a fumble recovery by Bryant Greer of 34 yards. He took it to the house. Extra point was good. Ace led it 17-0, and then finally the Trojans got on the board with a 1-yard plunge by their tailback McLeod. The extra point was good. We went to the half 17-7. We got some scores to catch up with you here in just a few minutes, but right now we want to welcome in the executive director of the Macon Touchdown Club, and that is Mr. Lloyd Perkins. And Lloyd, good evening. Glad to have you with us here tonight. And of course, your wife is the founder of Ace Academy, along with Mrs. Stokes, and I know you're excited to see them under the lights for varsity football for the first time this year.
It is great. It is really great to see, especially all the hard work and dedication and efforts from parents and to bring football to fruition for the Ace Gryphons. And they're having a good first year, and they're really showing a lot of improvement game by game.
Well, that's all you can ask for. It's a young club. It's they want to get some more players out as the school grows, and that's going to happen. But you got to be pleased with the effort here tonight.
Oh, very pleased, very pleased. They're fighting hard, and they don't ever give up. And when you take into consideration that the squad is made up mostly of freshmen and sophomores with a few juniors and a few seniors, it really is impressive to see how well they improve from week to week.
All right, I want you to stick with us as we're going to get John Cosater down on the sideline. He's going to get Coach Stevens to come in and talk to us, and let's go down to John on the sideline, and he's got Jason Stevens with him now. Go ahead.
Coach Stevens put 17 points on the board, gave up a late touchdown. How you feeling at half?
Feeling like we got to finish. Ultimately, that's the goal. That's all we talked about in the halftime. We got to be able to finish. So we feel like we're going to try to do everything we can to keep the pedal to the metal right now.
So they get the ball coming out in the third quarter. How big a drive is this for you to play defense?
This is it. This determines everything, in my opinion. Coming out of half, having to get a big stop. We got a good game plan offensively. We know what we're going to do. We got to we just got to do exactly what we got to do.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck to Ace. Here we go.
All right, John, thank you. We're back up top here with Lloyd Perkins, Executive Director of the Macon Touchdown Club. Let's turn our attention to that for a minute. Kicked off the 73rd year this year. We started off with the Macon Touchdown Club Middle Georgia Kickoff Classic, our third year of that game at Five Star Stadium at Mercer. What a tremendous success that was for the community as well as for the Macon Touchdown Club, especially the foundation.
Huge success for the Macon Touchdown Club and for Middle Georgia and high school football.
Yes, it was, and we got started last week at the Touchdown Club. We kicked it off with the head coach from LaGrange College, who I thought did an outstanding job and brings a different perspective when you're talking about Division III football especially.
Yes, you're exactly right. And Coach Earl Chambers did a great job explaining how it all comes about for him. So
we got the second half kickoff here, and it's going to be a squib kick, and it's going to be picked up down around the 30-yard line, and that was number 4 on the recovery, Carson Godfrey. Lloyd, it's hard to believe, 73 years, second oldest club in the entire state of Georgia. Got a big night Monday night coming up. Tell us about our guest Monday night at the Touchdown Club.
Our guest Monday night is Georgia Southern head football coach Chad Lunsford, whose wife is from right here in the Macon, Middle Georgia area. And this is his first year. He's got his squad at 2-0 right now. And we're looking forward to having him. It's his first year at Georgia Southern. And he's doing exciting things in Statesboro. So looking forward to having him Monday night.
Yeah, he's got his hands full tomorrow as he goes to Death Valley to play the Clemson Tigers. And I'm sure they're going to try to take a little of the heat off of them after not a really great performance at Texas A&M. And I wouldn't want to beat Coach Lunsford tomorrow in the afternoon when they kick it off against the Tigers.
Isn't that the truth?
All right, so on the first play from scrimmage, going to lose about 3 yards on the play, and it's going to back it up to the 22nd. Some of our other guests this week, Lloyd, before we get you out of here this year at the Touchdown Club.
We got a legend, NFL legend, Bill Curry coming. We've also got a gentleman, Bill Oliver, coming. We've also got a couple other coaches, another legend in Ralph Friedgen. Paul Johnson from Georgia Tech is going to be joining us. Jeff Munkin will finish the season for us with, he's from coming down and speaking to us from Army, and what great things he's done up there with the Army program the last 2 years.
Absolutely, and just a great speaker and a fine individual, and a guy that, like Paul Johnson, has been awful loyal to this club through the years.
Oh, very, very loyal. And, of course, the other loyal coach that visits us every year is Chris Hatcher at Samford.
Absolutely.
And, he about pulled off the upset of the year last week against FSU. So.
Yeah, you might want to reconsider maybe scheduling App State or Samford or some of these others, because poor old Penn State had to pull it off in overtime. App State went up to Tennessee, played them to overtime, beat Michigan, beat Florida. I mean, fantastic job last week by Chris Samford. As the Fullington quarterback, Jake Horn, is going to run a little bootleg, and he's going to have a little room to run as he's going to cross on a second down play, and he's going to get across the 31, make that a third down play. He's going to be about 9 yards short, maybe 8. Let's see where they mark him out, maybe along the 32, and that's going to bring up a fourth down, and we're going to call it about 7 as the ball is on the 32. Got to get to the 39 to pick up a new set of downs. Well, of course, Make It Touchdown Club is underway every Monday night at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Tell folks how they can find out more information about it, Lloyd.
You can go on our website, www.makingtouchdownclub.com. We're also on Facebook. And just go to our website and go on Facebook. You'll see us. And there's contact numbers to reach everybody. And if you want to come Monday night and join the club, or come as a guest and see our great speakers and have a great home-cooked meal.
And they'll roll the snap back to the punter, and everybody's going to leave containment, and he's going to pick up a first down and more, and got a huge block right along the 40, and he's going to get off midfield. So a great play that time by Jack McLeod. I believe that was the ball carrier, and McLeod is a little slow getting up. And let's see, that was number 7 that was slow getting up. That was Riley Reed. But, yeah, it's going to be a great season. And let's see, they're going to bring this one back a little further. I don't know what the call is here. Let's see, I don't see a flag on the field. But there obviously is one. And it was right along where that block happened. And let's see, they're going to bring this ball back. Personal foul. And that's going to go against the Trojans, so that's going to back them up. And I still don't see the flag back there anywhere. And is it going to be fourth down, or was it a dead ball foul? And are they going to get in the first down? It's going to be fourth down, and that's going to back it up. And they'll have to kick it again. And back deep will be Tate Turner for the Gryphons. He'll stand along his own 44-yard line. And they'll kick it again. Good snap, got pressure, and just got off the side of his foot. Going to bounce on the Gryphons about the 47, 48-yard line, and it went off a Gryphon's foot. Off a Trojan's foot. And that's going to be Gryphon's ball on the 49. Well, it's a good start to the year. Can't wait for Monday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, guests at the Making Touchdown Club, you can come anytime. It's a $30 fee. 3-course meal. Sorry, y'all missed pork chops on opening night. We won't have them this week, but you want to be there when they're served. But we'll see Chad Lunsford, the head coach of Georgia Southern, on Monday night, and Lloyd great job with the club, and it's always exciting. We're glad it's underway.
Thank you, Russell, and thanks go out to DSPN Sports, too. Y'all do a great job of covering high school football here in Middle Georgia.
Well, thank you, Lloyd, and it's a lot of fun, and we tried to get to the Gryphons earlier in their first home game, and due to technical difficulties that were beyond our control, we were unable to do that game, but we're certainly glad to do it here tonight for them, and look forward to a long relationship with the Academy for Classical Education.
Thank you, Russell.
All right, they're going to kick it again here, and Lloyd's going to take his headset off and head back to his duties as a official spotter in the PA booth over there. And we're going to come back over here, and I know John Kosater, down on our Bite a few sideline report. We'll get to him, and it's another kick. And this one's going to bounce on the 45, and roll into the 42. And that's where the Gryphons will have it first down and 10 with 8:47 to go in this one. We'll stay right here. John Kosater, glad to have you back here for the second half.
Yes, sir. And we got another flag going to be a roughing on somebody. Personal foul on somebody, not really sure who.
Well, let's give you some updates because we've got some interesting ones on it. We're ready to start the second half at Henderson Stadium, and the Central Chargers lead the Northeast Raiders 20-2. And Colquitt was up 21-7 was the last that we had on that game with Warner Robins. So Warner Robins has scored. Mary Persons leads with 7:55 to go in the first half, 21-7 over the Peach County Trojans. Jones County in a little bit of a battle up in Woodland in the Stockbridge area, 17-6. Justin Rogers and his Hounds lead that one at the half. Here's a shocker. Jackson, the Red Devils, lead the Howard Huskies by a score of 17-0 at the half.
Are you sure about that?
I am absolutely sure. Eagles up 31-0. Northside up 31-0 at halftime. Upson Lee leads Griffin 14-7. That's in that Quad A region that we're keeping an eye on. Huco and Veterans are still tied. Lee County 17, southwest of Macon nothing, and that is at that was probably early or at halftime. But yes, is a little shocking of 17-0 Howard trailing. 8:35, 17-7 here. And we have a penalty marker on the sideline over there. And let's see what we got. Is this going to be a late hit? Penalty flag is down along the 45-yard line. And this one's going against the Gryphons. And it is a 15 big yarder. And it's going to be first down for the Trojans. First down and 10 at the 41. So Jake Horn comes up to the line. Hunter Hughes is at full. And he'll go to Key Hayes, and he'll step in, and he won't get but about a yard. And on the tackle was Tate Brown, was one of the first ones in there for the Gryphons.
Tough to run up the middle. No doubt about it. They had most of the luck getting out to the corners, throwing the football a little bit. Let's see if they go back to that now.
Second down and no gain, 2nd and 10. Ball rests on the 40-yard line. Fullington scored right before the half on a 1-yard plunge by Jack McLeod. They'll send Nelson Clements over here and split the tight end out. Brooks Hendricks make that Caleb Keyhays wide to this side. Quarterback Jake Horn's going to roll, going to get chased, going to throw underneath, and he was trying to go that time to number 99 is fullback Hunter Hughes, and it falls incomplete along the 36-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. And they go to halftime, and the black and gold Dogs of Mary Persons are pouring it on. 28-7 is your score down in the Valley tonight.
Brian Nelson's got something going. He's got a senior quarterback, J.T. Hardage. He's completing about 65% of his passes. He's pretty much been unstoppable so far.
Yep, and according to my source down in the Valley, he has not missed a beat down there tonight. Quote him, my source, he's pretty good, isn't he? Yep. Jake Horn's going to throw it. Almost had an interception. Had a man down there, number 14, Garrett Solomon. Your strong safety for the Gryphons. Almost had an interception. And he had thrown it out there that time to number 18, Caleb Keyhays, rather. And it's going to bring up a 4th down with the ball on the 40 with 7:34 to go here in this 3rd period of play. Gryphons on top. Their 4th game of the year and their inaugural varsity season, taking on the Fullington Academy Trojans here tonight. Jake Horn will be in a shotgun. They'll come on him. He's going to throw his pass out there, and it's caught by Caleb Hayes, but it's not going to be enough for a 1st down. And the Gryphons are going to take over on the 36-yard line. And a good hit over there that time, I believe, but Billy Cheeks, number 44, was one of them in there.
And Kalen Palmer, number 7, also in on that tackle.
Yep. So the Gryphons will take over at the 7:21 mark of the 3rd period of play. And Blake Smith has his play, and he'll bring him out. Center Cole Bryan will go over the ball around the 41-yard line. They'll send Fisher Timms to this near side, along with number 14 in a slot, Garrett Solomon. In a shotgun will go Blake Smith. He'll take and he'll give it to DJ Scott, who's been a little bit of the workhorse here tonight. He'll cross the 36-yard line and get to about, I think they'll mark him along the 38 maybe this time, and that's exactly what they do. And it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 7. .657. Timms will come to this near side. Solomon will be the slot as well. Take, and the quarterback's going to keep it, going to go right up the middle, and he'll get from the 40 and go on into the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on that play and got to get to the 46 to pick up a new set of downs. He'll be at the 41. We'll call it 3rd down and 5 for the Gryphons as the clock rolls under 6 minutes. 17-7 is your score. First possession of the second half for the Gryphons. Kalen Palmer in the game as a slot to this side this time. Blake Smith will walk up to the line and take his time on getting the snap. Send a man in motion, and they'll take. Throw it behind the line. Go to DJ Scott. He's got it. Going to cut back inside at the 45. Get to the 50, cross midfield, roll on into the 47, and pick up a new set of downs for the Gryphons.
Nice play there by DJ Scott. He had to break a couple tackles to get that first down. Fought forward, and the Gryphons hold on to the football.
Very good, and as we said, let's see if Kalen Palmer will stay in. This time they'll split far to that side. They'll go Fisher Timms. Garrett Solomon will be the slot receiver. Palmer will go in motion. They'll give it to Palmer on a little jet sweep. cut inside the 40, stick his nose in along the 38, roll to the 37. He'll have a new set of downs. So starting to work the corners a little bit now on this Trojan defense, John, Coach Tater.
Well, that's a good strategy. Make Fullington move. Just don't run the ball up the middle. These are a tired bunch of kids. They're going both ways pretty much the entire way. I saw them before the second quarter got over. Like I said, they were gassed then, and you know, they're fighting for energy right now.
Ball rests along the 37. New set of downs. First down and 10. This time they go to DJ Scott again. He'll cut back inside. He'll break one tackle, got another. 30, 25, 20. Off to the races. Goodbye. 37 yards, DJ Scott on the touchdown, and we've got a block in the back and hold the phone. Two touchdowns coming off the board. And was it a hold or illegal hands? I couldn't tell.
It was one of those. It was kind of late once again, but the flag flew.
Yeah, and the thing about it, John, is it came in behind the play, if I looked at it correctly, after the play was done. Or after he had turned the corner.
No doubt.
So that's going to move it back to the 27. And the Ace Faithful are giving the boys in the striped shirts a little bit of a hard time here.
Yeah, according to a couple of parents up here, that call was garbage. Those aren't my words, Russell.
Yeah, gotta love the hometown team. The fans love them. Tate Turner will go to the slot this time. Pitcher Timms will go wide. This time they'll put Garrett Solomon almost in a wing in an H-back position. And they'll throw it to Garrett Solomon, and it'll be just out of his reach.
Would have been a tough catch.
Almost though he kind of stopped on his route, John. If he kept going, that may have been not quite such a tough reach for him.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And that comes with experience.
We're on to 28 right now. You gain, you know, they don't want a field goal. They want to score a touchdown, but they're almost in field goal range.
Yes, because Mason Maddox nailed one from 33 to start this game off.
He's my guy. He's right behind me.
Single setback this time will be Billy Cheeks, and they'll take and they'll give it to number 33, and that's Tate Turner.
And we have a flag. It's going to be a holding.
On a second down play, second and only about 2 to go, that's going to hurt. And that's going to back them up 10. Let's see where the flag was thrown from. And or they marked that at the 28, maybe? Let's see. Nope, going to be a lot further than that. That's going to move it all the way. Well, not for sure here. Maybe we ought to mark that one off again. Yep, it's supposed to be back to the 36. 37. You need the help? Oh, we're going to put it at 34. No, we're not. We're going to put it at the...
Oh, my.
Yes. 36. There we go. Got her.
Second 9, looks like.
Second down and 9 with 4:34 to go in the third. Blake Smith in a shotgun, going to take and throw it out there in the flat. No, he's going to look. Pressure's going to come on and cannot hold the ball that long, and Fullington makes it pay. And in on the tackle that time was number 17, and that was Nelson Clements, the tight end, who's had a fine night here tonight. And they're going to sack him all the way back from the 36 to the 46, so it's a 10-yard loss and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 19. And, John, that's experience at quarterback that he doesn't have yet. He's got to get rid of that ball. You can't hold it that long.
It is. He had DJ Scott on the same little play. He ran the other way a few minutes ago, looked that way, decided to look down the field, and by the time he did, the Fullington defense was on him.
Fisher Timms to this wide side. Scott will be your lone setback. Slot to this near side. Take, and going to fake, and the quarterback's going to roll. Going to throw out in the flat, and they overthrew it down here. They were looking for 14, Garrett Solomon, and now they're going to, Ace is going to get a call and go their way. And I'm not sure about that one. You were a little closer, John. He grabbed him a little early, and that was number 2, Jack McLeod.
Well, you know, Russell, I just don't know how much I'm allowed to say. I have a strong opinion of that call, but you know, I've already been reprimanded once about what to say and what not to say.
But not by me. That was maybe it was me. I don't know. I remember after a game earlier this year that I got a text or a proxy about being careful with criticizing certain gentlemen in professions that are not dressed in football uniforms.
Yes, sir. I'll just say this, like, a few minutes ago, one of the Ace parents yelled down and said, "That's a garbage call." Well, I am sure there are parents over there on the Fullington side calling that a garbage call.
I understand. And those things have a way of evening out during a football game, don't they?
No doubt.
Ball on the 31. They're still short. 3rd down. They got to get to the 27 to pick up a new set of downs. 3rd down and 4. Blake Smith with DJ Scott as lone setback. Bill Cheeks is in there as well. DJ Scott will get it. He needs to pick up a block. Now he's going to run away. Got one. Got a block. Got a 1st down. If he can drive it forward just a little bit, he's going to be a yard short. Ball's going to be at the 28. Needed to get to the 27 to pick up a new set of downs. 3:11 in the quarter, and the clock runs. 4th down, and let's see what Jason Stevens, the Gryphon head coach, decides to do. He'll get his play to his quarterback, Blake Smith, and he needs to probably get it in there a little quicker.
I'm watching that side, Judge. He's looking at his watch over there.
Got to hurry up here. Don't want to back it up 5 on a 4th down and less than a yard. Under center this time. Man goes in motion, going to toss sweep to the big tailback. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's gone. He is gone. He is gone. 28 yards on the touchdown run by DJ Scott. And that was a pretty good individual effort by Mr. Scott.
He got a block over there on the corner. Let's give it to Ryan Frischkorn with a nice block over there, giving him that corner.
Outstanding job on the enunciation.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm all about. You know, I'm a press guy.
You waited almost 3 quarters to get the opportunity, but you finally got it.
Well, you know, the kid's got to make a play before I'm going to call his name.
This is true. So. Mason Maddox, the left footer, steps in there and he fires the gun, and it got blocked and he missed it. 2:22 to go in the 3rd period of play. Timeout. It's all Gryphons, 23-7. We'll be back after this timeout.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
And welcome back to Ed DeFore. My producer is over here acting like she's cold. She can't possibly be cold. Go down. You're going to stand down next to John Kostater. You might have a heat stroke. 222.
Do not want to hear about it. You know when I'm going to be cold? When I get in that car and I turn that air on.
And get your sweet tea back.
Hey, Russell, don't expect me to come up and bring this microphone in these headphones to you. That's a long walk.
Listen, you've got to get ready for this Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutter player of the game, and that kick's going to go out of bounds. And so Fullington will start, unless they make them kick it again here. And let's see what they'll do on the penalty.
Russell, I have no idea about a player of the game so far.
DJ Scott's had a pretty nice night.
He's got one touchdown or two?
Yeah, he's got one.
One. So we've got two other guys with one, a defensive player and another offensive player. So.
Yes, Kalen Palmer with a touchdown, and number 33, Tate Turner. Hey, I believe that was Tate on the fumble recovery. No, it was not.
Bryant Greer.
Bryant Greer, that's correct. Yeah, number 11, Bryant Greer on the fumble recovery. And that may have been the play that has turned this game so far.
Yeah, it's a shame we missed who made the tackle on that play.
23-7. Yeah, because he popped it loose, no doubt about it. Jake Horn comes in a shotgun. Takes and pressure comes on him, throws out in the flat, that time to Caleb Keyhays. And Keyhays has not got much room to run, and he's going to lose yardage all the way back from the 41 to the 46. And with Fullington, I like the concept of what they're trying to do here. They just got to make that play work a lot faster, John.
They just are bordering on exhaustion. I could not imagine playing both ways with this humidity out here. It's got to be tough on them. And, you know, I believe right now they're playing 11 kids.
So that was an incomplete pass is now what they're calling it. And they'll be second down and 10. Gryphons will bring the pressure, throw it out in the flat, and they got the big tight end, Nelson Clements. And he's got a little room to run, and he'll go from the 41, ball forward to the 46, and a nice 5-yard pickup. And Nelson has had a very good night here tonight on both sides of the football.
Very nice tackle. Tate Turner over there, number 33. Did he score a touchdown?
No, he has not. He's had a good night on both sides of the ball, though.
Coach Stevens wanting the crowd to make some noise. You know, let's give him credit. Ace has brought a good crowd here. We've been to a lot of games here with a lot less people than this.
Yep, they did have brought a good crowd here tonight. And the folks that traveled up from Fullington, kudos to them. Jake will go back, and we'll get a flag on this one. And we're going to get encroachment against the defense, and unfortunately that's going to give them a first down. And that'll move the sticks as they'll go into Gryphon territory. With 70 ticks left here in the third period of play. A lot of our other schools are probably just now coming out of halftime and probably midway through the third, just as we are. And we'll see what kind of information that we can get here as we'll go to our trusty Twitter feed and try to bring you up to snuff, as they say. Still looking for an update on Colquitt County and Warner Robins. 21-7 was the last we heard. Jake Horn on a first down play, and he's got a lot of room to run. He'll pick up a first down, and he'll get tackled along the 42. But there's going to be a late hit coming there, and that was number 6 that did it, and that was Brooks Hendricks. And he came in a little late on number 7. I think that was Kalen Palmer. And there's going to be a block in the back right there, and that's going to push him back.
Yeah, that was about as obvious as you could be right there. The tackler was going down to make the tackle, and someone came up from behind him and just clocked him. Pretty obvious right there. Fullington just put in a substitute now. You gotta see him. Number 1's out there. Do you have his name?
Yes, number 1 in your heart and on the field right now is Shiloh Key Hayes, and I would imagine he and Mr. Caleb are related.
Now you can't miss number 1. You gotta see number 1. I don't know. He is a small. He's gotta be. I don't know if you can play 8th graders, but he
is a 9th grade freshman, and he is not a very big fella, is he? But he strapped it up and he's ready to go. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Send the man in motion, and the quarterback's going to put the ball on the ground. He's going to fumble it again, and I believe the Gryphons are going to get a fumble recovery on that play, and there's no doubt about it. And we'll see who comes up with it for the Gryphons. Was that DJ Scott? Maybe, or was that number 3 out there? And I believe that was Fisher Timms. No, number 11 is who it is. And the heat has gotten to him, and that's Bryant Greer. And Bryant might could use a little IV to go from vitafuse.com to go with those cramps. But John Costater, Bryant Greer makes his 2nd fumble recovery of the night, and he is inching his way toward the player of the game.
Well, 1 for a touchdown, 1 to give him the ball. I lost you for a second there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
That's what happened before the game.
I don't know. You know all that weird stuff going on. Have you read about the well, we'll get back to it. I mean, there may be some weird things going on in the atmosphere. We'll tell you the story. Quarterback going to give it to DJ Scott, and DJ's going to run right into the wrong guy, and he's going to hold him up just long enough to get help there, and that's all he needed, and that was number 80, Josh Hendricks. He got his big paws on him and slowed him up as he got back to the line of scrimmage. There's a story. Well, golly, I can't get to it. Into the 3rd period, 23-7, Gryphons on top, facing a 2nd and 10 when we come back on the Zoners Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on ESPN. We'll be back.
You can tell everything you need to know about a man by the boots he wears. They tell his story. They let you know he works hard and plays hard. Macon Boots at 3182 Vineville Avenue carries Georgia Boot, Redback, Rocky, Durango, and more. From safety toe, chemical proof, waterproof, and snake proof to hunting, casual, and western, Macon Boots delivers only the highest quality in boots, belts, wallets, and hats to help tell any man's story. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6. Follow Macon Boots on Facebook and at maconboots.com. Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Welcome back to Ed DeFore Sports Complex. We go to the 4th period of play. The Gryphons are on top. 12 minutes to try to roll to their 2nd victory of the year. They lost to Lamar County. They lost to GMC. They opened the season with a big win against Notre Dame Academy. And now they've got the Fullington Trojans in their sight at 23-7. So the Gryphons center, Cole Bryan, will come over the ball along the 46-yard line as we start the 4th period of play. Fisher Timms will go split to that wide side. Tate Turner will be the wing on this side. Single setback will be DJ Scott. Garrett Solomon will come in motion. Quarterback going to go back, and he's going to get sacked. And a nice play that time by Jack McLeod. And Jack's been a busy boy tonight on both sides of the ball as well, John.
No doubt about it. He's had a great game for this team all over the place offensively and defensively. And it puts the Gryphons back in a hole.
It does, and that's going to move it back on a third down play back to their own 46. Got to get to the 35. So it's a third down and 19. The clock rolls at 11:24. Blake Smith will go under center. DJ Scott will be a single man. They'll send him in motion. They'll run the little draw to him. DJ's got room on the outside. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 15, cuts back inside. Great move down to the 6-yard line. Well, that's how you draw it up. About a 47-yard run down to, or a 49-yard run down to about the 6. And I would imagine that DJ has surpassed his 100-yard mark here tonight. And did I lose you, John? I may well have. Ball on the 6-yard line. Go in motion, going to give it to DJ Scott. He's going to step in from 6 yards out, and he's going to have a touchdown. And let's see, did I lose John Kosader?
No, I'm here. I was talking to a fan. I'm sorry. Who scored that touchdown?
DJ Scott from 6 yards out.
Okay, we're getting our player of the game. At least he's taking over. That's good.
He has had a big night here tonight. As I said before, I believe he has gone over the 100-yard mark at least. Extra point coming. Kick is up. Kick is good. Timeout on the field. Your score, the Gryphons 30, Fullington 7. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Wesleyan, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Wesleyan.
Just can't
Welcome back to Ed DePore Sports Complex. And we've got an upset. Let's see, we've got an update. And Fellowship Christian is leading Stratford 34-0. Let's get some more updates. 28-14, Colquitt. We go to the fourth. Hoco and Veterans. Veterans 35-21. Macon County 27-20 over Bleckley. Lee County 44-0 over the mighty Southwest Patriots on a short kick. And the Gryphons are going to get a turnover. No, they couldn't on the kick. And Northside 45, Baldwin nothing. That one is in the fourth as well, too.
So, I remember our first week, John Corson was calling out his entire family.
Yes.
So, you know, I just had a nice lady walk up to me, and she told me that I went to school with her son at Warner Robins High School, Brent Walker, and he is related to our favorite player, number 19, Ryan Frischkorn. So a shout-out to Brent Walker and Warner Robins watching this game on DSBN.
All right, good to have him. And I'll give you some more scores. Dublin in 7, Brooks County 7, end up third. So Jake Horn under center this time. He'll go with 2 men in the backfield. He'll take and run the bootleg. He's going to get outside, get across the 50, and he's going to get into Gryphon territory. And let's see where they mark him down. They're going to give him the 47. That was about a 13-yard pickup and a nice run there. Let's see. Bullock County is on top 14-6. Folks, let me tell you something. If you tweet, please put both the teams who they're playing there. Just give you a little etiquette there. 35-21 now, Hoko in that game with 3:29 to go in the third. Rutland leading Worth County 16-14. Jones County 17, Woodland 14. That may be a little bit of a shocker there, John Kosager.
I'll take Justin Rogers to win that game. Russell?
Dodge County 28, Fitzgerald 7. And let's see if we can get an update on that central score. We got one there. Let's see what we got. Howard is now down to Jackson 24-0.
You know, Howard's been so good this year. Every game they've played, it's been one of those rivalry games, and they get Jackson on the road. And, you know, you got to bring it every single game.
Yep, and region play starts next week. Mount LaSalle leads Greene County 20-14, 10:05 to go in the fourth. Had Keith Hatcher on our Gridiron Gab show last night. He told me this Greene County team was a very talented team and probably the most athletic team they had faced to date. Waco and Swainsboro, 28-20. As we said, 41-7 now left in the game. Fellowship Christian leads Stratford. Under center. Horn going to toss, sweep it back there to McLeod, and he's going to get tackled for a big loss on a first down play back along the 50-yard line. So, kind of a separation Friday early in the season today, John, as you look around at some of these scores.
Well, you start figuring out who is really good. Mary Persons is really good. Mount DeSales, pretty good. Northeast thought they would play well this weekend. They're struggling. Howard thought they would win this weekend. They're struggling. It's asking these teams a lot to come out 4 straight weeks and play good football, and, you know, they're just heading into the region schedule.
Update, Brookstone is 37, FPD 14. They're going to pitch it back, and that's going to be a big, big loss all the way back to, they're going to give him forward progress to the 45, so it's only going to be, well, let's see where they're going to mark it at. And they're looking, about the 45. It's only going to be a 5-yard loss. Back to my score, Brookstone 37, FPD 14 at the half. In the fourth quarter.
Fire truck, Russell.
Yeah, wonder what he's here for. Better go check the Ferrari.
Did you borrow one from the car lot?
I thought we was riding it. I mean, you know, it's like, hey, I was standing outside yesterday. We were doing the show at Zoner's Pizza. Right as we started the show, a nice older DeLorean coming zipping down Forsyth Road. Brought back memories of my young manhood. Throw it up in the corner over there, and that time he was trying to go to the big tight end, number 17, Nelson Clements. And he had to reach, and the ball was a little short. And that's going to bring up a 4th down now, and we're going to call it 18 to go. So 8-19, and we do have a fire truck here in the end zone, and not for sure what's going on with all of that. See some.
Well, I could head down that way, but that's a long way away from me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on a 4th down play. We'll get back to him. More looks like a first response paramedic team. You're okay, right? On a 4th down play. Pressure's going to come. Going to throw it up in the middle, and DJ Scott's going to get an interception to go along with the rest of his performances tonight. And now we're going to get a late flag, and I'm not sure who that's going to come against. And there was number 7 coming in there, and that was Kalen Palmer coming in late, and that did not look good for the Gryphons. And I thought the initial call was going to go against Fullington, which may be correct. And I think number 7, based on what Coach Stevens is doing, is not going to be happy with that, and he's going to get a personal foul too.
You know, right now, all Fullington really wants to do is get off this field. You know, they've battled. Give them credit. They kept it close for a long time. But right now, there's really nothing good that can happen for them. And, you know, we still have 8 minutes left, and a lot can happen in 8 minutes.
Wow. Okay. On that play, DJ Scott got it and ran out of bounds. And number 17, the tight end, Nelson Clements, drug him by the jersey all the way over to the wall over there by the stands. And as number 7 came in there on the sideline, Kalen Palmer, he took him and pushed him back out onto the play of the field. And I guess they got, we'll let this roll a second looking at this replay. Let's see where the flag was. One flag came in there. And then we got another flag because of the reaction of Palmer. Either way, Ace has got it with 8:07. And they're going to take, and they're going to give it to number 33. And he's going to be at the 45, and he got outside, and he's going to step out of bounds. And, John, as I look down here in this end zone, I see number 99, the football player for Fullington, is down there with the paramedics from the fire department, and he is walking Hunter Hughes, but they are taking him into the locker room.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's feeling very good. This heat is starting to get to a lot of these guys, no doubt about it. You know, kudos to a team with 18 or 19 players coming out here and playing 11-man football against a team with 40 players. It makes it really tough when the humidity is as bad as it is tonight.
30-7 is your score. 7 minutes to go here. And a 2nd down and 1, and they're taking Hunter into the locker room to get a look at him. I would imagine he might be a little dehydrated. Drop back to pass, throw it in the flat, and he was trying to get number 14, Garrett Solomon, just off his hands along the 47-yard line.
And, you know, I'm not one to criticize anyone here, and obviously I'm not a football coach. But, you know, it's 30-7, 7 minutes left. Let's run the football. Let's get this thing over with for both teams.
And our statistician tonight, Jordan West, is about to make his way down to the sidelines with the DSBN Sports Player of the Game trophy.
That's just a hint for me to move. That thing's hard to get in a pocket, by the way.
Yeah, well, you know, we should be walking around presenting that thing like an Oscar, really. It shouldn't be in anybody's pocket. Go to the second man through, and that is number 44 on number 14 on the carry, and that's Garrett Solomon. And John makes his way up along the 25-yard line.
Hey, watch the game and not me, okay? Because I could disappear really quick.
7:11 to go here. First down and 10. And the Gryphons tried them out one final drive here. Eat up some clock, more than likely. Take and going to throw it out here in the flat, and he was going to number 3, Fisher Timms, just under through him. Number 15 back there on the coverage was Luke Horn for the Trojans, and he was with him step for step. And I see the bling has made it to its righteous place along the sideline.
Did you see me hop up on that bleacher?
No,
Like,
I must have missed it. Something was blocking my view. 6:45 left in this one. 30-7 is your score. And there have been some shockers tonight and some predictable games tonight. You decide. Take and going to give it to the second man through, and that's from number 14, Garrett Solomon. And Garrett's going to drag a couple of men all the way down to the 25-yard line, and one of the guys in there was number 1, Shiloh Keyhays, on the tackle. And the little man stuck his nose in there and helped stop the play.
Yeah, he's going to be a good football player, I bet. He is. He's a little thing, but he came over here and stuck his head in to get in on the tackle. And he's feeling it a little bit now. He couldn't weigh 80 pounds. I'm serious. He could not weigh 80 pounds. God bless the kid.
Yeah, I don't think he weighs 80 either, but, hey, he's out there playing and he's ready to play. Under center. Take and go this time to Palmer. Palmer will step inside. He won't get very far because number 2 will be there, and that's McLeod. Jack McLeod shut him down after about a 1-yard gain. And this clock rolls to 5:56. Stick around for a wrap-up show, and we call it The Final Verdict. The Final Verdict presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law. And as soon as we do that, we'll have John Kosater with the Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutters player of the game. And I'm telling you, I've got 2 in mind. We may have to air this out and iron it out over that final verdict break. And they're going to get procedure against the Gryphons, and that's going to back them up 5. So that'll move it from the 25 back to the 30, and then bring up a second down and 15.
I'm not really sure this shirt is dry fit either.
That what now?
I'm not sure if this shirt is really dry fit.
It really is.
It's a wet fit right now.
Right. Well, you know, it's not scuba gear. Taking Blake Smith's going to throw it, and he had a man right there hit him in the hands, and he went to 33 that time, and that was Tate Turner. And are we going to get a pass interference? And number 15 came in there, I believe, on the play.
Okay, so if I can find a cheerleader down here that wants to talk a little bit, is that okay?
No.
Okay, just checking.
The cheerleaders have been talking the whole game. They got to be tired by now.
That's going to be another reprimand. I know. I'm sorry.
My niece is she's a JV cheerleader. We got a flag, and let's see what else. We got 2 flags. We got one in the backfield too, and that stops the clock with 4:50. And referee. Well, we've got 2 flags in the secondary that move the ball to the 15. And now we'll move it back from the 15 all the way back to the, and so we had dead ball foul, personal foul. So they got a 30-yard penalty?
It would appear.
It would appear. So 2 personal fouls.
Can you hear the cheerleaders down here?
I can. I'm about to get fired up. I might do a split up here or something. Blake Smith in a shotgun now on a first down, and I'm not for sure. Second down, or is it first down? The clock says second down, first down on the field. So they picked up the first down and then got 30 yards of personal fouls, dead ball fouls after it, both against the Gryphons. So we've got first down now at the 43-yard line. We've got it worked out. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. And the Gryphons will have a new set of downs, but not as close to the goal line as they should have. Blake Smith will go under center. Single setback will be DJ Scott. Tall sweep to DJ. Got room if he gets around the man on the corner. Broke a tackle. 45, 35. Cuts back inside. Along the 30. Goes into the 28. And he'll pick up a new set of downs. So it'll be first down and 10. And the ball will be resting along the 28-yard line, make it the 27 with 4:38. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Fisher Timms will come to this far side, near side rather. Palmer will be the slot this time. DJ Scott, the setback. Going to look, pump fake, and he was going to try to do a little give and go, and no, sir. And number 80 is going to be back in there along with number 8. And number 80 on the play was Josh Hendricks. And number 8, your other player that was in there on that sack was Casey Chansey. So a sack back from the 27-yard line to the 34. It's a loss of 7. It's going to bring up a second down and 17 at the 3:51 mark. And the clock will roll. Palmer to this near side along with Timms. DJ Scott will be a single setback as they'll have Garrett Solomon on the far side in a wing. Drop straight back, throw it, and he's got his man over here, and he drops it into Fisher Timms along the 29-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play from the 34. And they'll mark him dead on the 29. The clock continues to roll with 180 seconds to go in this one. $30-7 is your score. And, John, I see we have an ambulance that has now reached the facility as well. .254. Blake Smith will be in a shotgun. Going to drop straight back. Going to throw it out here in the flat, and he's got a man, Palmer. And he's going to be thrown out of bounds, and they're going to get another personal foul, this time on number 32. He was clearly out of bounds, and that's going to be on Trey Miller. And just pure frustration at this point by the Trojans. And there's going to be a personal foul penalty. And John has lost his frequency on his headset down there. So
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Don't touch the frequency dial.
Well, it was just an abundance of sweat that got on the frequency dial.
Yeah, right. And they go to DJ Scott, and DJ's going to try to turn the corner, and DJ's going to walk in for his 3rd touchdown of the night. And DJ Scott is going to get that one from 13 yards out. And just like that, the Gryphons are up 36-0 with the extra point coming. And a young man that's had a good night in his own right, Mason Maddox, will come in and do the honors.
No, we got somebody else kicking an extra point. This is number 2.
Oh, we do. We got a new kicker in, number 2, Anthony Wu. and he wooed it across the goal line, and it's good. Timeout on the field, 37-7, 2:23 to go. We'll take a timeout. Zoners Pizza Game of the Week on DSBN Sports. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Zoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You will immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Zoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh daily. Combine all that on a crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites, you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Zoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
And welcome back to Ed DePore. Anthony Wu will kick it off, and it'll go down to the 20 to the 19. And they'll have a man bringing it back across the 30, 35, 40. Cuts back inside along the 45. Gets to the 50. He's going to put the ball on the ground. And I believe the Gryphons are going to get it back, and they're going to call him down. And let's see if John is back at all. And I'm not for sure. John, you got me? And he does not. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And so Fullington will have it first down and 10 at the Gryphons' 47-yard line. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Send a man in motion. Going to take. Quarterback's going to take a little naked bootleg and go across the 45 to the 40, and he's going to get rolled out of bounds right there along the 40-yard line. Let's see where they finally mark him out at. And it is the 41, and we go to 1:59 in this game with the Gryphons leading 37-7. It's been all Gryphons here tonight once they were able to get on the board, and their defense has done a stellar job. Under center. Quarterback's going to take it and run the bootleg again. He's going to get caught behind the line, but he's going to break one tackle, but he's not going to bring the second and third, and he's going to lose yardage from the 41 all the way back to the 48-yard line. So that's a loss of 7 as they place the ball down on the 47-yard line. Yes, that's where they'll mark it at. And we go to 60 seconds left in this one. Don't forget, we'll be right back.
Test. Got
you. I've got you.
I think it's the profuse sweating that the headphones have taken.
Have I lost you again, or can you hear me at all?
I got you good now.
You got me good now, huh?
Yeah, let's hold on for 30 more seconds here.
Yeah, let's do. Under center with 30 seconds to go. Going to throw it over on the sideline to his big tight end, and he's going to make one play, going to make another play. He's going to go down that sideline and get pushed out of bounds. And let's see if that will stop the clock. Let's see where they mark him out. And it will be a first down. And they'll mark him along the 35-yard line of the Gryphons. And that stops the clock with 18 seconds left. So I've got you back loud and clear now, huh? Did we lose the frequency again?
I could just play quiet and pretend like I can't hear you. But, yes, I have you well. I have you clear. And we're almost ready for a coach's talk and a player of the game award.
Yes, we are. 18 seconds to go. Don't forget, we'll come back real quick and we'll get our Lester Miller final verdict on this game and our Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutter player of the game. And John Kosader will Coach Stevens and our nominee, and we'll get that after our break when we come back. 16 seconds to go. Going to throw it out to the big tight end again, and he's got more room to run, and he's going to fight for yardage. And I'll tell you what, now, Mr. Clements has been fighting hard in this game, and he's still in there fighting, John.
Yeah, he is. Him and number 2, who I can't look at right now because my roster is soaking wet. But those two guys have
Jack McLeod. They're kind of the two better players on this team, and they've carried the load here. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Will they get one more off? 2, 1. They'll get a snap off, and the last play of the game will come. Going to throw it up in the end zone for the big tight end, and he's going to fight for it, and it's going to fall incomplete. 37-7 is your score, and the Gryphons have come out on top. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and get the final verdict on this one, and we'll talk with John Kosader with a Vita Fuse sideline report and our player of the game. We'll be back.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Wrap up. Let's head back to the stadium and get the final verdict on this one, presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law. Welcome back to Ed DePore, your final here. It is time for the final verdict, presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law. Well, to wrap this one up, here's how your scoring went. Mason Maddox for Ace Academy got him on the board first with a 33-yard field goal. That was in the first. In the second, they got Kalen Palmer with a 7-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good. Ace went up 10-0. Then a 34-yard fumble recovery by Bryant Greer. After a hard hit, he picked it up and scooped it and went the other way. It was 17-0. Finally, Fullington Trojans got on the board with a 1-yard plunge from McLeod in the second, made it 17-7. But that was about it, because then Mr. DJ Scott went to work in the third period. He had a 28-yard touchdown run. They put Ace 23-7, and then a 6-yard run in the third period by Scott again made it 30-0. And he capped it off a few minutes ago with less than 3 minutes to go in the game, a 37-yard touchdown run. And that is how we came up with our final verdict on this one, presented by Lester Miller, attorney at law, 37-7. As we wait down there for John Kosader, and we'll get our Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutters player of the game. We're also going to talk to Coach Jason Stevens. And let's go down to the sidelines. He's got Coach Stevens down there. John, take it away.
Coach Stevens, hard-fought game. You come up with the win. You got the ball moving a little bit, played good defense all night. It's got to be a good night to be an Ace Academy Gryphon.
Yes, sir. It feels good right now. We did exactly what we were supposed to do in the second half, which was finish. That was the ultimate goal, and it's definitely going to give us a confidence boost.
You found some offensive players in this game. Number 24, DJ Scott, explosive running back. He's a weapon to have, isn't he?
He definitely is, man. He showed up big tonight, like I knew he would. Sometimes you got to get his little fire going, but when it gets going, it's hard to put out.
Defensively, you held them to 7 points. They had 18 players, and they were fighting just like you held them to 7 points. A good defensive effort.
Yes, sir, it was. It was. We gave up a big special teams play that put them down there where they wanted to be, and it just made it a little bit tougher. But we did come out on top. We finished like exactly what we wanted to do was to finish.
Now, as a first-year team, it's good to find wins anywhere they are.
That is true. That is true. At the end of the day, a W is a W.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll go back down to John here in just a second as we try to get our player of the game as soon as we can get him over there. 37-7 is your final score here, and we'll wait to hear from John when he's ready to go with our player of the game as their players are gathered around down there and celebrating with the band. John, good effort here by this ace football team. They needed a win, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Coach Stevens is going to get our player of the game out here in just a second. And, like he said, a win is a win. Any win in a first-year program like this is a good win, and wins build confidence. We all know that.
Let's try to get you some scores while we're looking at it real quick. And we've got, we get to John real quick. Dodge County 28, Fitzgerald 9. Mary Persons 28-14 with Twin, 10:36 left to go with that one. And we go down to that far corner of the end zone. And let's go down to John Kosater with our Crosby Roofing and Seamless Gutter player of the game. Go ahead, John.
DJ, big game tonight. Getting a big win, the second win of the season. What's it feel like to get a win out here?
It feels good, and it was a homecoming for Coach. I felt great that we got this dub tonight for him and for the team.
So Coach set you straight that you better win on a field he used to play on. Is that it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, being a first-year football program, are you guys looking forward to the rest of this year and then getting up there and playing in that GHSA Class A?
Oh, yes, sir. We're coming for it. Yes, sir.
Well, you had a pretty big ball game, DJ. I lost count of the touchdowns. I was about to pass out from the heat. I'm sure you were too.
Three touchdowns on the night.
3 touchdowns on the night. Great night. And for that effort, you win the Player of the Game award by DSPNsports.com. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. It's an honor.
All right, we're done down here. Congratulations, DJ.
John, thank you so much. Final once again from Ed DePort, 37-7. There's some big scores around. We're going to call it a night here tonight. John, your final thoughts on this young program and a good little win for them to build on here tonight. Needed that after a couple of tough losses in a row.
Very good win. I enjoyed being down here. It was a good atmosphere for football. I don't think I even ate Zoner's Pizza because I've sweated that off tonight. And I'll be looking to be in somebody's booth next weekend, Russell.
Yes, sir. We look forward to seeing you next weekend on your many travels across the sports nation. That's going to do it tonight. Don't forget next Monday night, Make a Touchdown Club, 6:30 start at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. And then we'll be with you live on Thursday night from Gridiron Gab. We'll be on the road this week. We won't be at Zoner's Pizza. We'll be at our new location for our college football show on Thursday night. Come on down to Macon Beer Company. Got a lot going on, and that's where we'll be on Thursday night. Next Friday night, we'll let you know where we'll be at the first of the week. Don't forget, log on and like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Both of those are DSPN Sports. That's going to do it on a Friday night from Ed to Port. Your final, Ace, the Academy for Classical Education Gryphons, 37. Fullington Academy, Trojans, 7. That's going to do it. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.